But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
The concept of God in Islam. And this is the same Abdul. Remember, the most attractive point for the Abdul or the Abdulism religion is there is one God. Okay, and then we find that the one God is the God of the Hindus too. And Islam and Hindus, they share exactly the same concept of God. Listen carefully.
Regarding the concept of God in Islam is quote to you Surah Ikhlas, chapter number 112, verse number 1 to 4, which says, Qul huwallahu ahad. Say, He is Allah, one and only. Allah Samad.
Okay.
Allah, the absolute and eternal. Lam yalid.
By the way, all the translation is false. As-Samad, they don't even know what As-Samad means because this is an Aramaic word. And Samad coming from Masmuda, which means the collection of God. You know, when you have like a piggy, a coin collection, this is the Samad, Masmuda. So those Abdul, they do not know even what they are reading. They don't speak Aramaic, and they don't know what the word means. And this is why you go to the interpretation of the verse, you will see every scholar give you a different meaning. But anyway, continue.
Yalid walam yulad. He begets not, nor is begotten. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There's nothing like him. This is the.
And here, by the way, about he did not begot, he has not begotten, this is very silly to say, because when Allah, he says, if I want to take a partner, I will take it from us. So already there's many of him. So if he did not give birth, obviously there's other Allahs, they are giving birth. Otherwise, how there is many of us? Continue. And then he will say that we have the same exact religion as Hindus.
The four-line definition of Almighty God given in the glorious Quran. Any person says so and so candidate is God. If that candidate fits in this four-line definition, we Muslims have got no objection in accepting that candidate as God. And this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures, the same 4 points. The first.
Do you see? Exactly what is mentioned in the Hindu scriptures. So why Islam is a superior? If Hindus, they believe there are 35 million gods beside one God, which means there's like the big God and there's little gods, you know. So Zakir Naik agree that we and Hindus, we have the same concept of God. Exactly the same concept of God. He did not say similar, he said exactly. Listen carefully. He did not say similar.
Exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures, and this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures, the same, and this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures.
I don't know how many times I need to repeat it because I know there's many are very slow. So when we ask a Muslim what is making Islam a religion, he says to you, we believe in one God. What a stupid God you have, and let us prove it. When the companions of Muhammad, they came out of Quraysh, out of Mecca, and they joined under the tribes who later they converted to Islam. You will not believe what the Muslim they practiced at that time. Read with me carefully and try not to laugh at this hippie, tippy, hopeless, topless religion. This is the name of the title. The helpers in Medina, those Al-Ansar, they call them Ansar, which means the helpers. So Muhammad, he immigrated with his gang from Mecca. When the immigrants reached the Medina, Allah Messenger established the bond, fraternity between Abu Abdul Rahman and Sa'd ibn Rabi'a. He said, Sa'd said to Abdul Rahman, I am the richest of all Ansar, so I want to divide my property between us. And I have 2 wives. So, which of the 2 you like? Tell me. You guys, you read it? Am I making things up? Is that my translation? Is that a Christian website? Is that a Hindu website? This is sunnah.com. This is what? Sunnah.com. And this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Because we know the garbage, they will say to you, it's weak. They will say what? It's weak. This is al-Bukhari. Very authentic. So imagine this filthy cult. They are giving their wives to other Muslims, and a Muslim is asking the other Muslim in front of the eyes of Muhammad. And actually, not only that, Muhammad, after the reason they did that, because Muhammad, he told them even to inherit each other. It's a hippie life. So when a guy he die, other person inherit him, not from his family. Why? Because they are sharing wives. Nobody knows who is the kids for who. So listen at this. I'm going to divide my property between us. And I have 2 wives. So see which of 2 you like and tell me. This is the religion who is attractive to anyone. Her, look, but they are decent, my friend. That just don't take her. I will divorce her. And when she finish her prescribed period, which is called the idda of divorce, then marry her. So, you know, when we ask what is the purpose of any religion, what is this? Here you see how much disrespect for women. The guy, he married her, obviously he bought her. You know, she is a property. And now he decided to give her to someone else. Not only that, he have 2, choose one. So when those Abdul, they speak about religion, I don't see a religion, I see a garbage, hippie cult. Where is God here? Is that what Muslims look at the women and under the eyes of Muhammad? And then if you continue the story, the guy, he said, okay, what is the market? As if like nothing happened, you know. I want to go to the market, to the mall to buy. And if you read the rest of the story, it's even more funny. The swinger cult of Islam. This is why if you go in the Quran, you will see Muhammad is speaking about exchanging wives. If you have my books, Sex and Allah, you will see how those people, they exchange women. Wives of Muhammad, they cause him trouble after he starts, you know, after they get him busted sleeping around, which is he used to do, but he did it this time in their bed, and things getting out of control. So you will see here in Arabic, and actually even the Islamic translation, He give him in exchange wives better than you. Why? Because they used to exchange wives. And those, the wives of Muhammad, now under the threat of exchange. So, may Allah, and here you see, by the way, when the Muslims, they say that Allah is God, read the verse and laugh. It is possible that if he divorces you, his Lord will give him an exchange. In English it says it is possible. In Arabic it says asa rabbuhu. Maybe, not it's possible. You change the translator. Let us find another idiot. See? It may be. Here he said it may happen. You know? It may happen. Do Allah knows the future, or you do not know the future? It may happen that Allah will divorce him. Who is the one in charge of divorce? Allah or Muhammad? Have you ever heard of a God? He is the one who divorced your wife. She is married to Allah or married to Muhammad? Here you will see that Muhammad is using his God as a threat, because he became God on earth. Anytime somebody bother him, he make a verse, he say Allah told me that, and obviously it is him making a threat to get rid of them if they don't behave with him. Not because he is not the one who is behaving, but he wants the women to behave. So this is a super stupid cult that the Muslims in the time of Muhammad, those are the best of Muslims. The Muslims, they say to you, the companions are the best of Muslims. Those are the best. And look what they are doing. They are giving their wives to each other. Can you believe it? And this is in Sahih Bukhari. Muslims, they offer their wives to each other. I have 2 wives. And I have 2 wives, so see which one you like and tell me. It's like saying I have 2 cars, 2 donkeys, 2 horses. This is a wife. Okay, the best God, he allow you to do muta. The best God, he allow you to rent women. The best God, he allow you to divorce women as if they are goat. And the best God, or not only that, he allow you to exchange women. Actually, Muhammad himself, he took Safiya from one of his gang. He exchanged her for 4 women. This is the garbage of Islam. You have to face it. I want any Muslim to tell me in which logic this religion function. Have you ever heard of a hippie, stupid religion like this? And you convert to Islam? You say to them, exchange wives? Share women? Go. I have 2 wives. Go. Go and see one of them. See them. Choose one. The one you like, I will divorce her for you. This is Islam.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned. If this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him,